Namibia, our country, beloved land of savannas, hold high the banner of liberty. Namibia, our country, Namibia, motherland, we love thee. Let us all unite and celebrate together the victories won for our liberation. Let us dedicate ourselves to rise together to defend our liberty and unity. Oh, sons and daughters of Africa, flesh of the sun and flesh of the sky, let us make Africa the tree of life.
Please do remain standing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to invite to the podium the Chancellor to constitute this official gathering of the University of Namibia.
By the powers vested in me, I hereby constitute this gathering as a congregation of the University of Namibia.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. The Acting Chancellor of the University of Namibia, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Kenneth Matengu, Honourable Members of Parliament present, Honourable Ministers and Deputy Ministers that may be present, Your Excellency members of the Diplomatic Corps, Captains of Business and Industry, the Chairperson of the University Council, Mr. Sam Shivute, as well as the Vice Chairperson of the University Council, Ms. Rosalia Martins-Hausiku, other members of Council and Senate that may be present, the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, Professor Ferdinand Gideon, Acting Pro-Vice Chancellor for Research, Innovation and Development, Professor Frank Kavishe, the University's Registrar, Bursar, Librarian, and all UNAM Assistant Pro-Vice Chancellors present, Deans, Directors, Professors, and all staff members of the University of Namibia present, as well as, of course, the Vice Chancellor of the International University of Management, Professor Kingo Mchombu. Specifically, the stars of this day are dear graduates, the parents, guardians, spouses, relatives, and friends of our graduates, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I do believe that today is a graduation ceremony, so I will try that again. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. For many years before this, the opening song to any graduation ceremony has been titled Gaudeamus Igitur. But to my dismay, this morning I discovered that not many of us actually know what that means. The opening stanza of this musical poem says, Gaudeamus Igitur, Juvenes dum sumus, post secundum juventutem, post molestam senectutem, nos habebit humus. This stanza means the following in English. Let us therefore rejoice while we are young. After our youth, after our troublesome old age, the ground will hold us. The University of Namibia is proud to have played a pivotal role in the establishment of your academic foundation, and at last we can finally all shout on every mountaintops, everywhere, that today is officially graduation day. Now, graduation is a rite of passage to so many because it signifies the move from a previous form of existence to a more mature being. But Mr. Chancellor, sir, this graduation is proof of two very important facts. Number one, it is proof that the university has fulfilled its mandate to provide quality education to all those who choose to engage it. But also number two, Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is also proof that none of our graduates here before us owe the university any money. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2019 graduation ceremony of the Faculties of Law and the Faculties of Humanities. My name is Josie Ngipandwa, and it is a pleasure to be serving as your Master of Ceremony this afternoon, particularly so because a couple of very short years ago, I myself found myself graduating from the Faculty of Law. Before we begin, a few announcements. First and foremost, graduates, for those of you who are not aware, your tassel, which is this colorful little thing, should always be on your right-hand side until stated otherwise. Secondly, I kindly ask that all of us please switch off our cell phones so that we afford all our graduates but our speakers the necessary respect that they deserve. Also, to our graduates, you have been on your best behavior for the past amount of years at the university, and we accept to be at the peak of your best behavior tonight in this venue when we are, of course, proceeding with the graduation ceremony. That means for one last lecture, please sit still. Further, I know that a lot of you are looking forward to taking a lot of pictures and sharing them on social media, as you should. Please do not forget to use our hashtag, which is hashtag UNAM Graduation 2019. Also, tag the university. That's at UNAM_.NA. It's graduation day, so I know I don't have to explain what an underscore is. Ne? Further, to those who may be at home parents, perhaps they couldn't join us, please do indicate that we're streaming our graduation ceremony live on the University of Namibia's YouTube channel, and so they are more than welcome to tune in there so that they do not miss out on anything. Another announcement, when it is time for the names of the graduates to be called, I kindly ask that you please look into the camera and smile. Also, there are members of Parliament that are graduating this afternoon. I kindly ask that those members of Parliament, when your name is eventually called, as per instruction by our Chancellor, to please do make your way onto the stage. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to begin our proceedings for this afternoon. In true University of Namibia fashion, we cannot begin to thank parents, we cannot begin to thank graduates, or even the university before we thank the one who has made all of this possible, and that is God. To deliver our scripture reading and prayer, I introduce to the podium Reverend Hesty Hay. Let's give her a round of applause.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. It's a great privilege for me to be here today. My name is Hesty, and I work with the Dutch Reformed Church, Windhoek East. So thank you for having me. So some of you, or all of us, remember those best days of our lives. Maybe today is that best day of your life. Can you remember your best day? Who can remember? I got married the other day, so that's definitely one of my best days of my life. But unfortunately, there's sometimes also the worst days of our lives. Days that we just want to forget. When bad stuff happens, things that we just can't forget. So both things happen to us, good things and bad things. Now I want to read you a short passage from Isaiah 49, verse 16. God says, "But even if mothers forget, I'd never, ever forget you, my children. Look, I've written your names on the palms of my hands. I will never forget you." Isaiah 49, verse 16. God says, "You are mine. Nothing in this world, nothing that happens, nothing that did happen, and nothing that's going to happen in the future will pull you from God's hands. That is his promise to us. Now, I was also at university. I also studied, and I'm working. Some days were good. Some days I got great marks. Other days were not so good. Then I didn't get that great marks. And we want guarantees in life. We want to know we are going to get a job. We're going to have enough money. We're going to be healthy. But unfortunately, I can't promise you any of those things. I can't promise you health. I can't promise that you're going to get a job when you get your grade. I can't promise you that you will succeed, that you will have enough money. I can't promise you any of those things. But I can promise you one thing, that which Isaiah 49 tells us, that nothing will pull us out of the hands of the one that made us, that made today possible. Now I want to show you something, and maybe you've seen it before, and if you've seen it, it's okay, we have to be reminded of it every day. Now look in the palm of your hand, and this has got nothing to do with reading your palm or whatever. That's only guessing. This is no guess. This is a promise from God. So look at the lines in your hands and use a little bit of imagination if you can't see them that well. And you can see there's a letter M on the insides of your palms. Can you see that? Can you see that? God saying to you, you are mine. Jy is myne. And unfortunately, that's the only two languages I can speak. But you are mine. Nothing will pull you from the palms of his hands. Now, sometimes you're going to have great days, like today. And sometimes you're going to have not that good days. And the thing is, life is full of challenges and full of changes. I mean, just look at global warming. It didn't even rain this year. Life is going to change. But there's one thing that will never ever change. And that is that God says that you are mine and nothing will pull you from his hands. And this coming weekend, it's a long weekend. It's going to be, some of us is going on holiday, some of us are staying at home. But whatever you do, next weekend, on Easter weekend, the most wonderful weekend of the year, look at your palm and remember, not even the death, the biggest enemy that we have, not even death, could keep Jesus in that grave. He got up out of that grave. He is risen. And not even death, not even when we die, we are out of his hands. When we die, we are just closer to him, closer in his hands. So, let us pray together. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, thank you for giving us the talents to come to university. It is really a great privilege to be here. Thank you, Lord, that you are exactly the way that you are. Thank you for your promises to us. These promises are enough to live by and to die by. Thank you that nothing can pull us out of your hands, not even death, because you got up out of that grave. And even when we die, Lord, we are still in your hands. We will still be with you. Lord, will you please bless all the professors, parents, family members, friends, students, everybody here today. Will you bless us to be a blessing to all the people we meet each day, the people we work with, the people we live with, so that we can go and live your name and remind everyone about how wonderful you are. Thank you, Lord, that there's really no one else like you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you very much, Reverend. A brief announcement before I continue. All our graduates, are encouraged to complete the Alumni Association membership forms on your seats. Ooh, the Vambo in me is about to come out, but please bear with me. Please do complete it, and of course the circulating attendance registers. please, above and beyond that, do not forget to take your alumni calendars with you as a souvenir, because this is an opportunity for you to remain connected to the university. So please keep that in mind. Now, of course, every house or every university is considered a house. And I mentioned this a couple of days ago, and I'll mention it again. The roof of our university is, of course, the aspirations that our lecturers have for each and every one of you at the beginning of every academic year. Your windows is the outlook that council and management have on how it is they could possibly improve your stay and experience at the university. The door is, of course, our finance counter, because you have to pay to get in. And last but not least, the foundation is the knowledge upon which the university itself rests. But like any house, in any neighborhood, in any city, there is a head of that house. And it is my pleasure to introduce the head of our house. He is the third Vice-Chancellor of the University of Namibia. He holds a PhD in Innovation Diffusion, exima cum laude approbatur. I have it on good authority that just means he was the best in that qualification. He also has a postgraduate qualification in the areas in geographical positioning systems, that's GPS, for those of you who might be confused. And what's interesting about this qualification is he was expected to track the movement of cattle every 15 minutes, especially the cattle that we were sacrificing at our weddings. Above and beyond that, our Vice-Chancellor enjoys fishing sharks and hunting, although he does it legally, so please do not be alarmed. He is a jack of many trades, but what's so beautiful about his story is that he seems to be a master of all of them, magna cum laude approbatur. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Chancellor, Professor Kenneth Matengo.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremonies. Before I begin my speech, may I ask all of us to rise. As you know, Namibia is mourning about the death of the king of the Ondonga Traditional Authority, and I'd like us to observe a moment of silence in his honor. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Let me also tender the apology of the substantive chancellor, Dr. Nangolo Mbumba, who is not able to be with us this afternoon. Dear honorable members of parliament here present, particularly those who are graduating today, dear ministers and deputy ministers here present, the Vice-Chancellor of the International University of Management, Professor Kingo Mchombu, Mr. Paulo Snow, the Executive Director of the Anti-Corruption Commission, other senior dignitaries from state agencies, offices, and ministries, members of the diplomatic corps, my colleagues, the Pro-Vice Chancellors, members of council, deans and directors, our Reverend, dear graduates, parents, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The University of Namibia was established in 1992 by an Act of Parliament, Act number 18 of 1992. It started with just 3,500 students and just under 150 staff members. At the time, 97% of all academics were expatriates. Today, the University of Namibia boasts a health population of 26,752 students. It also started to operate only at one campus, and today it has 12 campuses across the country and 9 regional centers. Its staff complement is well over 2,600. And I'm also happy to report that the University of Namibia has been able to reverse that ratio of expatriates down to 17%. We have no intention to make it 0%. In fact, in terms of our statutes, it should be around about 24%. It is healthy that way for a university to have people from elsewhere. That's what UNIVEST stands for, Universal Presentation. Today, being a graduate of this university myself, I did my bachelor's degree here. I paid tribute to the founders of our national university and indeed my 2 predecessors, Professor Peter Kachavivi and Professor Lazarus Hangula, for their wisdom and the foundation which they laid on which we continue to build this institution of international repute. I feel especially honored to follow in their steps as a team of achievers consisting of prominent international and national scholars. I'll therefore ask you to join me in giving them a round of applause. Our university has tremendously grown, both in numbers but also geographically, as I have indicated. And our research productivity has increased in the past 3 years. For example, in 2018 alone, UNAM academics and researchers published well over 300 internationally reviewed journal articles, 53 internationally referred books, 112 conference papers, and 258 other publications. This is despite the financial hardships that the university is going through. It shows that as a university, we remain focused on what we ought to do best, and that is teaching and research. I would also like to put on record that the University of Namibia is very grateful for the support that we get from our government, from the private sector, and the international partners that we work with. In recent times, the university has also come up with new programs that are of priority to the development of this country. This includes engineering, medicine, veterinary medicine, pharmacy, and allied health sciences. It means the university is in position to contribute meaningfully to the development of this country. But what is development? It is important that we clarify this because development means many things to different people. In fact, our colleagues in the media, when they ask them themselves about progress or they would say, what are the developments that side? Or what is the latest development? So it is important that we define what it means in the context of national development. The concept of development refers to a complex set of ideas, which means the lack of access and rights to basic needs. In human geography, development is defined as a process of becoming and a potential state of being, a stage where people in society make their own histories and geographies under conditions of their choice. Under conditions of their choice. Development, as a result, is closely associated to democracy and to the concepts of progress. Therefore, if we want to know whether or not our country is developing, there are certain questions we may ask. These are, what is happening to poverty? What is happening to inequality? And if all these questions are answered, what is happening to unemployment and so on? And if all these questions are answered, we may know what development means. But if all these three questions have become less severe, then beyond doubt, this, we can say, has been a period of development for the country concerned. In a different way, these are the same questions that the United Nations ask when they set up the development goals. The responsibility to develop Namibia to what it should be is not a theoretical issue. It's about what government should do, and it's about what us as individuals do to make development okay. The question is, what is going to be your part in the development of this country? This is an important question, especially keeping in mind that the graduates of today, I can say, are in the sphere of society and justice. For development to okay, there must be law and order and justice. But there must also be people who plan and understand how society functions. And these are the graduates we have today. You can give yourself a round of applause. As a university, we have a new mission, and that mission is to contribute to the achievement of national and international development goals through the pursuit of research, quality training, and service. In the last 4 years of your education were marked by a hope for a good future. In the Bible, in Jeremiah 29, verse 11, we read about, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." My brother, Reverend, also read this this morning. It is therefore important that we position ourselves in that sphere of influence. As graduates, you need to take a position of hope where you go and give that good future that is expected by the knowledge you have acquired. It is therefore important to preoccupy yourself with continuous professional development, because that is what makes you relevant. The fact that you are graduating today doesn't mean an end to education. In fact, in Latin, the word graduation simply means commencement. So it's the beginning of your career. You shouldn't think now books must be packed and thrown away. So don't stop reading, read as much as you can. It makes you more resourceful and impactful in your delivery of the mandate wherever you will be placed. But I would like to expand a little bit on this scripture. We should be mindful of one thing. A plan has a beginning and an end. And so it tells us there's a plan for a good future. It starts somewhere, it ends somewhere. It also means we have to account for time. Wherever we serve, wherever we will be placed, we have to account for time from seconds to minutes to hours to days to weeks, months, years, and decades. But in order to realize the plans that God has, ask yourself, do you know the plans God has for you? I'm sure if we talk to our learned colleagues, they will tell us that God communicates. It may not necessarily be in the way we want to hear, but He communicates. And let's explore and see how we can get that understanding of our goals. Ask yourself, how much have you done to improve other people's lives? And this is important because there is a limit. Our days are predetermined, we read in Job 14. And those predetermined days cannot be exceeded. So time is important, to the extent that even when Jesus died at the age of 33, nobody spoke of the untimely death of Jesus. Nobody said he died very young. He was 33. But even himself said, "It is finished." Therefore, we must think of our own purpose as graduates. What is your purpose in life? There's a reason why you were born and why you are here today. Therefore, make every effort to realize your potential. Benjamin Franklin was right when he said, most people die at 25, but are not buried until they are 75. And like I've said before, it is not literal death. It's being unproductive. If you are not being productive, you are not influencing, you are dead. You are not making any impact to anyone. So please don't die at 25. Now, how do you avoid dying at 25? You can only do so if you manage your time and manage change. Today, a new phase in your life is about to begin. And how you will manage it would be an ingredient for whether or not you become valuable to society. If you ask yourself, what did you do last year? What did you achieve? Who did your actions impact positively? Will you have the answer? Maybe But if you cannot answer adequately those questions, you need to adjust your life to be meaningful. One important point to remember about time, and this is a fact, rich people buy time. The poor people sell their time. Rich people buy time from others, and poor people sell theirs. Will you be that person who sells time or buys it? It is also important that we ask ourselves about the knowledge that we have acquired in the last 4 years or more for those who may have stayed a little longer. What economically viable knowledge are you going to be injecting in the economy of Namibia? Is the knowledge that you have now going to produce any business? Or will you be using it to only say there's a problem, you cannot find a job? We come to universities not to obtain a label, but to obtain depth in understanding, to be able to solve particular problems. Knowledge is always about inquiry about a particular problem. I would like to suggest the following about how you would use your time. A day is split in 24 hours, isn't it? So let me suggest to you as follows. You should use 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for work, 2 hours with family, 2 hours for sport, not watching sport but doing sport, 1 hour for God, whichever your God is, 30 minutes for TV. If you watch TV for many, many hours, you must ask yourself, what have you gained? 1 hour for friends and 1.5 hours for reading. This will make you use your time wisely. If you don't do this, you will be an agenda item on other people's schedules. They will make their plans, and you fit in them, in that plan. So don't allow yourself to be an agenda item on other people's schedules. Plan your day. I am also a youth, so let me comment something about the youth. We have a tendency to talk a lot about freedom. But this country got independent in 1990. We should not be preoccupied about freedom. Let's be preoccupied about productive work, of what we can do for this country, not what this country can do for us. Let's use time to be creative, to innovate, to create businesses, to meet our government halfway. Avoid social media. Where you have to use it for productive reasons. Not sleeping at 3 just because you are spreading and forwarding things. Time gives you an opportunity to renew your life, to plan and correct where you have gone wrong, and take a new direction. You are going into a new phase of life now, and you need to manage this change. Research tells us that the kind of relationship you have influences who you become. In fact, others indicate that you become the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. And think about it in your own sphere. The old saying to this, birds of the same flock together. It's not just said, it is research. It is true. So, ask yourself, what associations do you have now that you are a graduate? Are you hanging out with those people who are contributing to this country, or to those who wait for a solution to come from God? Development can never be left in the hands of God. It is us, and that's why institutions like this exist, to allow development to take place. So use time in the best way you can. Don't be a slave to time, but make change be a servant to you. As I draw close, I would like to also inform the audience that this afternoon, the University of Namibia will graduate 689 students. This is out of a total of 4,401 students that the university is graduating this year. 2,985 of these are females. A rather small but significant number of 1,416 are male. Of these graduates, 4,154 are Namibians. 233 are from SADC, and 14 are from other international countries. Now that I have said something about the numbers, let me also share a little bit of wisdom about what I know about numbers. In Hebrew, every word is a number. The number for a beast is 666. Isn't it? Now, I'm assuming that those who are graduating today must have started their studies in 2015. Most of you, I believe. Number 15 refers to learning and making a new beginning, starting afresh, new dimensions, and creativity. Now, you completed last year in 2018. You would want to know then, what does 18 stand for? It stands for change, goodbye to the past, and welcome to the new. What about 19? It refers to surrender Surrender yourself, surrender your past in order to progress. It refers to the new ambition, to shining forward, to new beginning, achieving more success, intuition, and problem-solving abilities. So a particular chapter in your life is about to begin. Grab it and be counted. With the education you have achieved, it is important that you pause and reflect on one important thing: money. There's a tendency, once you get a job, the next month you go to the bank and borrow money for a car and open accounts for clothes and things. A salary is just a definition of how much worth your employer thinks you are. So you should not be after a salary, because that's not what you are. That's not your worth. Your worthiness is in your purpose. So ask yourself, what is my purpose and what is my money personality type? There are 5 money personality types, and I'll leave that to you for research. But I would like to really emphasize by asking yourself, as a graduate of law, as a graduate of social sciences, what is your purpose? If you get that to know, you would be impactful, and that's what we desire. So start with the right foundation, and as Mother Teresa put it, I alone cannot change the world, but I can throw a stone across the waters to create a ripple effect. What is going to be your ripple effect? Who is it going to affect? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chancellor, sir. I'm sure we can all agree that it's no surprise he ended up being the Vice Chancellor of the University of Namibia. Now, before we continue with our next item on the program, ladies and gentlemen, we forgot one very, very important thing. Until your qualifications are conferred by the Vice Chancellor or Mr. Acting Chancellor, sir, you are still students. That means you are not the stars of today just yet. But do you know who are the stars of today really? It is the many men and women sitting on that side that have sacrificed everything that they've had. Well, I guess now you can take about 2 minutes from the 2 hours you're supposed to spend with family, ne? Someone else we also need to say thank you to, and I really need the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, as well as the Faculty of Law, to do their best in celebrating the people that have sat with you and toiled with you from Monday to Friday and sometimes even Saturdays, our lecturers and deans. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, the speech by the Chancellor was particularly important to me and riveting for one main reason. He touched on purpose. And I know that he quoted a few people in that speech, but seeing as you all started in 2015, perhaps you were not able to relate. So let me bring it closer to your ears. There is a very formidable young lady known by you as Beyoncé. And she sang in a song where she said, I want to leave my footprints on the sand of time. No, there was something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. I'll leave something to remember so that they won't forget. I was here, I lived, I loved, I was here. So remember that in your quest to establishing your purpose moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, it would not be a graduation celebration if we didn't at least include an opportunity for song and dance on our program. And who better than the very exciting, very talented University of Namibia Choir. Give them a round of applause.
Ikoko is a Shona song. It's a song that talks about heaven, a place where there are no worries, a place without sorrow, a place we all want to go to. One day, it is our desire, our wish to go to heaven, to meet with our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The UNAM choir, let's give them a round of applause. Now, of course, a few announcements before we proceed. First and foremost, to all of our graduates of postgraduate qualifications, those of you that need to come onto the stage, this is how it's going to happen. You will carefully walk up the stairs, and then you will, of course, stand next to your dean. Once you have been introduced to the Chancellor, you will move towards the Chancellor, but please keep a healthy distance. Please be reminded to not sit on the chair and face your parents. You will go and face them at your party at home. Instead, please do face the Chancellor and kneel before him. Thereafter, you will proceed to the registrar, and then, of course, then you can face our audience as you are, of course, robed. Are we clear? I will then also remind all of our graduates who are not coming onto the stage. When your row is done being called and you have all risen, please do sit down when they move over to the next row so we see everybody. Because there are some of you here that spent a lot of money on makeup. It would be a waste if we didn't see it. But also, it's not just for you to see yourselves on the screen. I can speak on behalf of all parents and guardians when I say they too are looking forward to seeing their fruits on these very big screens that are in this hall today. So let's make sure to follow those instructions and not move around when names are being called. Now we're going to move over, that is to the presentation of postgraduate qualifications. With that said, I would now like to call upon the Chancellor to invite the faculty deans to present their candidates for the conferment of all qualifications of the University of Namibia. Mr. Chancellor, sir.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now invite the deans of faculties to present their candidates for the conferment of all qualifications of the University of Namibia.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Now, of course, we will be starting off with the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. And before I call the Dean, a quick quote by Nicholas A. Christakis. He said, "The social sciences offer equal promise for improving human welfare. Our lives can be greatly improved through a deeper understanding of individual and collective behavior." I can safely add to this quote by saying that the graduates of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences is going to do their best to realize this promise. The social sciences that they have attained, or the skills that they have attained, like the natural sciences, are going to match the institutional structures that we have provided as an institution to today's intellectual challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, Professor Jairus Kangira.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to inform you that the following candidates are going to receive their doctoral degrees. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is my honor to invite the main supervisor, Dr. Nelson Mlambo, to the podium to present his candidate.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to inform you I have the honor to inform you that the following candidate is to receive the following doctorate degree: Doctor of Philosophy in English Studies. The topic of the study is Story, Subjectivity, and the Public Sphere in Female Narratives of the Liberation Struggle in Namibia. The case of Ndeshi Namila, Lydia Shaketange, Libertina Amatila, and Chiwa Trudy Amlungu. The study was carried under the supervision of Dr. Nelson Mlambo as the main supervisor and Professor Jairus Kangira as the co-supervisor. Agnes Mata is a Namibian who was born in Zimbabwe. The student's literary study elucidated the comprehension and appreciation of how societal masculinities and femininities in autobiographical works interplay. The student explored how women writers recreated themselves as makers of history and participants in the shaping of modern Namibia. The study found that Namila, Shaketange, Amatila, and Amlungu have not only served as narrators of contemporary political history, but they have also served as proponents of far-reaching transformation scripts that reveal social ills and gender discrepancies that are still visible in an independent Namibia. The study also found that these women's autobiographical texts are complex and require reading practices that engage narrative tropes, socio-cultural contexts, rhetorical aims, and narrative shifts within the historical trajectory of the text. The contribution of the study is that these transnational autobiographies can be read as proofs of human agents relating to actions in which people exercise free choice over the interpretations of their lives and express their true selves. In the process of narrating a life narrative, these women inevitably display a language that social speaks of and constructs an identity which is simultaneously creating and presenting a sense of self that is a participant and partaker in shaping and directing modern Namibia. Mr. Chancellor Sir, I now present to you Dr. Agnes Mata. I thank you, sir.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to inform you that the following candidate is to receive the following doctoral degree: Doctor of Philosophy in English. The topic of study, Women and Subjugation, an evaluation of feminist rhetoric in selected novels by Mary Karoro Okruti, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, Unit Doe, Elieshi Lema, and Kaleni Hiyalwa. The study was carried out under the supervision of Professor Jairus Kangira as main supervisor and Dr. Nelson Mlambo as co-supervisor. Rauna Mwetulundila was born in Honjele, Oshana region in northern Namibia. The study found how patriarchy empowers men and deprives women of their rights, making women powerless and vulnerable, yet through feminist rhetoric, language, and creativity, women attain immeasurable empowerment. The fictional works by these 5 female writers help to rhetorically articulate social, economic, and political subjugation. And what stands out in this study is how Rauna used the Aristotelian feminist perspectives in her analysis of works of fiction to express the search for equality. The study also found that women are pillars of society, and it is their resilience that helps transform their identity into better individuals that can survive. Through self-determination expressed through inclusive language and empowerment from education, women adopt nurturing and inclusive linguistic behaviors. The study also found that feminine speakers rely on personal experiences to draw the audience into the situation, allowing for identification to occur and to become more reliable and persuasive. The major contribution of this study is that the feminist principles of equality, self-determination, and immanent value help to celebrate the womanism approach that allows for the possibility of celebrating all women and men who respect women and their women's rights, and as such, invitational rhetoric is grounded in feminist principles. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I now present to you Dr. Rauna Mwetulundila. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is my honor to invite Dr. Hamnyela to present a candidate from geography. Dr. Hamnyela.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to inform you that the following candidate is to receive the following doctorate degree. Doctor of Philosophy in Geography. Tantiwe Mutadem was born in Zimbabwe and lives in Namibia. The topic of our PhD study is Recycling Solid Waste, a study on an emerging raw material industry in Namibia. Her supervisor was Prof. Becker, who has now retired. In her study, Tantiwe found that the recycling industry in Namibia is still in its infancy, with most of the activities still concentrated in the recovery, correction, and semi-processing stage of the recycling chain. Little processing of these raw materials and manufacturing products is done locally. Most of the processing and subsequent production of new goods is done outside the country, a situation which might disadvantage the country in terms of industrial and economic growth. A host of challenges still hinder the potential success of the industry. Despite the challenges, the industry is a welcome development in the country, as it has become a source of employment as well as a waste reduction measure. Networking within the industry, locally and regionally, facilitates its survival. Tantiwe, as part of our major contribution, developed a model, a recycling model for Namibia that could assist solid waste management. This model could promote a culture of recycling, review of legal and regulatory framework, building capacity through establishment of a recycling fund, and establishment of program of action, for example, the establishment of a national database of recyclable waste. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I now present to you Dr. Tantiwe Mutele.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have to mention one candidate who is not here, one doctorate candidate who is not here, Dr. Suzette van der Smit. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to inform you that the following candidates are to receive the following master's degrees. Master of Arts, African Studies. Shikesho Edward. Yeah, move. Ushona. Ushona Johannes. Let him come closer. Master of Arts in Clinical Psychology, Dikok Lani. Diko Lucy Annie. Yeah, you're slow. Come closer. Master of Arts in English Studies, Basmike Katrina. Angalo Sarah. Oh, Angalo Sarah, yes. You move? Right. I want people here. We want to let them come closer here. Closer, closer, closer. Ipinge Susana. Kalimbo Matthew. Still MA in English. Midzi Penelope Tapiwa, English. Muyunda Loide Nangula. Unique Limwena. Namwandi Analialu. Still English, MA in English. Nandenga Anandi Shalekena. Nashipeta Angelina. Still English? Shioka Kauna Selma, English. What is this now? Right. Okay. Master of Arts in Gender and Development Studies, Kefas Nangula Nelago. Yes, come this way. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I present a special student, Mr. Matsi Johannes Tala, who is visually impaired. The student went through all odds to attain a Master of Arts in Gender Studies. And at this juncture, I would want to recognize Dr. Cynthia Ayambo Yaoto, from the Educational Psychology and Inclusive Education Department of the Faculty of Education, who assisted him in terms that we cannot mention here. Mr. Chancellor, sir, Mr. Matsi Johannes Tala. Let us give him a round of applause. Still Master of Arts in Gender and Studies and Development, Mwetulundila Paulus. Still gender. Percy Alice Mubanga. Let's see. Where is it? Yes. Right. Master of Arts in Drama. Oh. Master of Arts in Performing Arts. David Njavera. Who doesn't know David? Right. Start there. Right. Which one is this? Master of Arts in Psychology, Magorokosho Natasha. Still psychology, social work. Master of Arts in Social Work, Kapa Kakenda Lina Elizabeth. Still social work, Celebamo Belinda Laziana. Social workers are coming. Shidolo Miriam Winnie. Still social work. Levina E. Negongo. Master of Arts in Media Studies. Yes. Plat Ilke. Media Studies, Nitongo Kaino Ialo Momo. Still media. Master of Arts in Library and Information Science. Shambeni Foibe Ndamona. Still library? Okay. Master of Arts, Library and Information Science, Viriri Pedzisai Patience.
Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Namibia is not a jealous house. Can we give all of our postgraduates a round of applause, please? With that said, it is now my honor to call upon the Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, sir, if you could please come and confer all of our postgraduate qualifications for today.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I hereby confer all the doctorates and master's degrees of the University of Namibia.
That was very exciting, wasn't it? And now, those of you who've been on stage can officially say you are a jack of many trades, but a master of humanities and social sciences. Now, I see there's still a few of our graduates whose tassels are playing hide and seek. Please keep them on your right at all times. We're moving on with the program because I can see the rest of you cannot wait to have your moment, and there's no need why we should keep you. I will remind you that once your name has been called, it does not mean that you may now leave the venue. You stay here, and because you guys registered together, you must celebrate together inside the venue, okay? Of course, I can see that you enjoyed the first performance that we had. So before we go on to all of our undergraduate qualifications, ladies and gentlemen, once again, please give a resounding round of applause for the UNAM choir. While we are waiting, students, I will remind you, please, one last time, make sure that you are sitting on the right seat number. Thank you. Uncle Bonnie, you may proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask the members of the UNAM choir, there's a young lady there who's pushing one of our students on a wheelchair. If you could stop. The student on the wheelchair, if she could just come back right here in front, please. Yes, please assist her back. There's something that's warming my heart today. And I love that they're providing me with a soundtrack while I'm talking. Just right there in front, and turn her towards everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, today we had a doctorate presented to a blind student, right? Or master's, sorry. But they're also up there. They're better than what I have, so it's fine. But another thing that warms my heart, and I think, Mr. Chancellor, so we must start considering whether our tagline for the university can change to the institution where there seemed to be absolutely no limit, because this lady was the best performer in our choir today. I think we can give her a round of applause. Thank you very much. That just goes to show it does not matter what limits the world seems to have given you. If your mind conceives and your heart believes, you can achieve in whatever state it is you find yourself. Now to our undergraduates. Are you ready? One last time, let me remind you, your tussle to the right. Nidi tasini, the tussle, ne? It is now my pleasure to invite the Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences to present the candidates for their undergraduate qualifications, Professor Jairus Kangira. Let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to inform you that the following candidates are to receive the following degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Bachelor of Arts honors, Kam Hamus Yamari Yasmin. Abed Honesty. Abed Honest. Remain standing. Camera.
Cameraman, can we focus on the graduates? And may we ask all of you to please stand until the row is finished, and then the Dean will ask you to be seated so that the next row can get the same attention.
Let them sit on their own. Right, Abedi Honest, N. Ambambi Helalia, N. Amukwa Sarah, N. Amkwaya Esther, H. Amunyela Sophia, T. Amunyela Tuliki, N. Amama Simon, J. Angala Ndaendelao, T. Balowa Lisa. Banda Goli. Benjamin Selma, N. Bucas Elmarenzia, E. Brits Patricia, J. Bunje Maria, J. Chideme Tapiwa, M. Chikonyora Poshia, A. Chisongo Angela, E. Kutsi Catherine, J. De Liu Sean S. De Val Lucas. Daly Brett F. Dikua Belinda U. Dineinge Milka T. Ekanjo Helena N. Elias Tuiliki H. Mvula Taimi N. Erasmus Evelina J. Fernandez Alicia P. Fernando Rina. Festus Berta D. Gabela Nomazwe L. Kaumas Maxine K. Garises Lislizenda. Gomo Tatenda F. Gorases Anita T. Chrusnga Lebrock M. Grunwald Daniela V. Ayambo Evelyn E. Amrenge Elizabeth I. Angara Yvonne L. Aufiku Lachia L. Ilunaye Magdalena S. Oveka Muningandu S. Howard Will Mary. Ihalwa Selma N. Ita Aina T. Imbili Alina. Emmanuel Slivia N. Indongo Sarafina K. Ipinge Talohole M. Itula Shonag N. Jacobs Luz Ann S. Jansen Romeo B. Johannes Aini L. Johannes Maria M. Johannes Rosa. Johannes Velena T. Junius Tangi P. Kambambi Arthur N. Kambata Herman S. Kamendu Dantago. Kandara Fiona M. Kandume Katrina L. Kangulu Magdalena N. Kapumo Angela L. Karumendu Wazuvara. Kashilula Jacob. Kaunashike Grace K. Kautwima Diana N. Kauyolwa Ndapewoshali N. Kavari Ngayape V. Case Meneli. Kito Marianne H. Kriya Sheldin S. Kudazike Vetusuvera B. Mabote Lerato L. Mazima Melody. Manjengwa Michel. Mantiziva Tinotenda J. Mapesa Memory C. Masala Al-Chante F. Mateke Alina. Matthews Gerhard. Matsi Indila A. Maundu Riyama T. Mazila. Mbishi 8 T. Mohotsi Michelle N. Movis Henri C. Mpala Julia T. Mubonenwa Liezel M. Muainjumba Chuamana V. Mukonga Lena Chimtumbo. Mukube Justina Rukus. Mukilongo Antonia S. Mulongeni Natalia T. Muluti Shikekango V. Mundilo Power H. Musisanyani Munyungano R. Mutendi Hilda Kundai. Mutetwa Philippa R. Muyunda Hilary M. Mwatiledu Hilia N. Naika Kaneisha. Nakwatumba Tulikiti. Nambambi Josephina. Nampembe Manet N. Nangolo Saki. Nawases Elsie. Ndiweni Tuyoleni, Ndimwedi Tuyoleni A. Ndivayele Ndilimeke N. Njulume Helv K. Nehumbo Tukupehole D. Nehova Chase T. Nekonga Elena V. Nekundi Rosalia N. Nipandulwa John W. Uchinazo Knowledge B. Ngwena Monica. Njovu Takudzwa Jane. Nzengimana Teresi. Petras Indileni K. Rodriguez Imelda C. Salum Nasrat Ali. Sawana Sharon. Schoolman Ilse. Shaliu Anna N. Shiavali Sadrek N. Shififounye Selma N. Chihepo Atushe. Shikongo Nesto T. Shikongo Renette T. Shikudule Rebecca. Shikuma Peneyambeko K. Shinene Wilhelmina M. Shipale Victoria D. Shitalala Maria Y. Shoombe David F. Shuumwa Augustus. Simasiku Victoria M. Simata Lifalaza P. Shiyumbwa Kememe D. Steenkamp Methvin. Suka Whitney. Chinene Antonio. Chaveonja Natasha V. Shaverwa Sonia Yapikwa. Chipravandu Virinayo E. Shitaura Utara. Shitombo Gloria Unochari. Shido Nandoriheke. Shidhu Berenden R. Unjomjo Maria T. Van Weyck Byron C. Van Weyck Memory G. Van Weyck Olivia E. Van Zal Zizi Malia. Yanangolo Phyllis Belmont K. Zaire Velhamisa H. Zulu Natasha. Bachelor of Science in Geoinformation Science Honors. Alwendo Leah. Ambata Anna N. Joel Ndapandula A. Kashimune Hani V. Kashiteo Karina Muinjo C. Nakale Hileni M. Nambanja Ali N. Bachelor of Arts in Library and Information Science Honors. A has Jessica C. Gabriel Sheavali. Ipangwa Martin V. Ita Heija N. Ita Hilia N. Iyambo Emma N. Kashua Masuka S. Likando Patricia K. Luanda Frida N. Mukasa Lute L. Mutakalilumbo Eba A. Mutembo Caleb. Mutilita Selma S. Nelumbu Victor T. Nyambe Tenjiwe. Segunda Ketra B. Shikoa Martin. Tonchi Mabuku T. Bachelor of Arts in Media Studies, Honors. Ananias Miriam. Buya Edina. France Ivona M. Aingura Betolda S. Alwendo Nancy N. Hamtenya Paulus T. Ipundaka Ilona M. Isaac Petrina E. Iyambo Monica N. Jacha Natasha K. Kapama Raonga. Kamati Marta M. Kampamba Chongo L. Karumazondo Paradzai A. Keya Vandayasama V. Lungameni Aune N. Masule Lumba. Moono Nshimunya. Mutonga Isabel K. Mupura Karure U. Musunze Natasha M. Mutale Faith. Mutombwa Kundai C. Mwatale Josephina T. Mwelwa Mulenga. Nakatana Lydia K. Ndingoya Matthias S. Njamba Sarafina. Nikongelwa France J. Nyambe Dedea. Petaya Penombili T. Petros Rusa Ndinelago. Piri Mwenebucho. Shiweda Sophia T. Sivanda Howard B. Ndimpo Nelson M. Bachelor of Psychology. Bachelor of Psychology. Amadila Gregorius T. Antonio Silve M. Berens Silka H. Biukas Charlize N. Chirimu Tasekai F. Daniel Christiana K. Kagwe Paulina N. Kwenani Linas M. Lebani Ane Cum Laude. Shombe Sophia N., who is Summary E., Bachelor of Arts in Records and Archives Management, Honors. Cornelius Eskiel N., Gause Sana, Haitembi Tastao N., Akona Munsaka M., Ifo Cecilie, Ileka Ngilifa Valley K., Itana Selma S., Kashimba Loini N., Kudwego Mpo, Mulokoshi Selma N., Mutsaune Esther, Mwandingi Paulus, Shekupe Daniel, Chilongo Pahabuti, Shituleipo Ndatelela P., Wanguta Cheron H., a Bachelor of Arts in Social Work, Honors. Agapitus Miriam N., Auhamus Meloni T., Chetika Krisif M., Chimombe Julian A.K., Chombo Chels N., Damens Zinzi A., Haikola Livius H., Kagola Frida, Kamat Darius N., Kanzara Primrose, Cosmas Christofina S., Kukalilwa Susan C., Magocha Ian P., Majuru Lee, Mbeli Helena N., Mufaya Miriam M., Mugaviri Novutle, Mukaya Tekila N., Mutau Mangala, Muzana Abraham, Nashinge Rosa T., Nathaniel Foibe, Paulus Lucy N., Rutsito Stella, Zakaria Eugenia T., Shalalukeni Melikisede P., Shilongo Philippine, Shimuningeni Samuel, Sinalumbu Shina M., Volman Zeldin A., Bachelor of Arts in Tourism Management Studies, Honors. Ashipala 2, Banda Tandeka, Bosman Ismail J., Bongwane Daniel, Chibonga Faith C., Chimaliro Shamain L., Gabon Dennis J., Gabriel Festus J., Griffiths Tel Mary J. Maritz Michelle A. Maziofa Nyasha. Musongo Elina N. Ndlovu George. Neta Zibusiso L. Nyagura Chieza D. Shapia Phoenix M. Tome Jacqueline R. Diploma in Drama. Simasiku Di Poiso V. Diploma HIV/AIDS Management and Counseling. Akunda Christine M. Alukeni Johanna P. Ambata Lucas. Iyambo Esther N. Indongo Yika E.N. Kalekela Katrina N. Kamtindi Aline. Kandanga Antoinette U. Kachimune Adelheid. Moseng Vivian. Munsu Marjorie K. Mwazi Joyce M. Ndeutapo Nelao N. Ndemumana David. Ndunga Perpetua K. Njati Veronica. Sedute Analia. Shaumbwakao Lahia KS. Shikwambi Ndatala. Shivute Hilia. Simbula Judith M. Siteketa Veronica M. Sitonda Shie B. Van Dijk Dina. Diploma in Library and Information Science. Alugodi Helena T. Amnime Miriam Ney M. David Tuyenkelao N. Ekanjo Irene N. Eliphas Aneli M. Fernandez Esther K. Goverses Leandra N. Hamkwaya Paulina P. Hamtenya Tusnelde N. Isaac Elise J. Jason Frida N. Johannes Frederica. Kamati Teopolina N. Kamsu Vise Ndinelao. Katmine Loide A. Kauhano Rebecca M. Kavari McQueen G. Kebopetwe Oneli. Lemos Filemona F. Lucas K. Malakia Hilka M. Matit Colin L. Mukapuli Kandina O. Muzengwa Joyce. Mwala Changeyambeko T. Mweshi Shwa Ndilimeke N. Meshihwa rather. Meshihwa Ndilimeke N. Nakanyala Simeon N. Nampala Vilka O. Najabi Martha N. Nanjembo Philemon K. Nangula Jade M. Nanguti Lovisa E. Ndeiluka Liza N. Ngairo Kimberly K. Nifikwa Kaleninasho N. Nipandulwa Teresia. Ningo Justina T. Paulus Emilia K. Plastus Karina N. Shatimwene Saima S. Shikwambi Peter P. Shilongo Maria N. Shinedima Miriam N. Shinganje Venjapa Z. Chivolo Ali N. Simata Ikume H. Tamuti Veronica I. Timotheus Hilia. Chiposa Karina N. Chitunga Nanderosa. Chitunga Nandesora. Tsusis Georgina. Tsusis Georgina. Undonga Hilia H. Viringa Valencia T. Windy Anna P. Diploma in Labor and Employment Studies. Amadila Selma K. Njave Onja Mbakuma. Gain Gob Cleophas. Haikela Valeria N. Amnyela Sebron. Kanime Thank You N. Namkwambi Aino J. Ndumba Ndonda C. Ntinta Selma T. Shilongo Elfas S. Chitangwa Naemi N. Shavenyonja Mbakumwa. Tobias Maiba C. Diploma in Music. Zakaria Simon S. Unona Gertrude N. Kagoro Mark D. Kangwa Chivi Margaret. Diploma in Public Relations. Aluteni Joanna K. Antindi Esther. Anton Brenda A. Aidula Petrina. Angula Laban M. Horses Antoinette. Johannes Reginald. Cavella Elysia K. Leonard Emilia M. Mbunje Christopharius E. Mundia Fidelis Rada M. Nambau Christi T. Javera Kavedembi. Njembo Lisoni. Patire Kevako. Chikwambi Dennis M. Shipatwa Tekla M. Sisanda Nadia. Smith Claudia W. Williams Carissa. Diploma in Records and Archives Management. Amuhongo Tangeni S. Angombe Elias. Antonius Raulinda. Aushiku Mechistildis M. Dierhat Zachary C. Hoeses Sylvia rather. Iambo Hilia Kakuhika Philippe D. Landsberg Lee N.E. Malanda Nsilulu. Mwatotele Ambeleleni N. Nekuyu Maria N. Njusi Vaino. Nyumba Eben K. Pachao Philip S. Shamula Johannes K. Shanika Magdalena T. Shipanga Nikano. Diploma in Visual Arts. Klassen Shalen M. Samases M. Garcia D. Certificate in HIV/AIDS counseling. 1 page left now. Akawa Justina D.A. Eliakiama Vilka N. Aufiku Monica K. Ingari Rehabim. Imbondi Selma N. Ishongwa Christy P. Kanji Kokua Kupi. Kanime Selma V. Kaperu Fatima. Kaluwone Deline M. Lawrence Channel. Lushetile Elisa. Makili Biata. Marjorie Kachana M. Matthews A. Masikila James M. Nambinga Joseph N. Niwanwa Lemisia I. Ngula once again Niwama Lemisia I. Ngula Philemon Novases Atani A. Putwa Ot. All right. Okay. Right. Diploma in Labor and Employment Studies. Ashpala Ndape Woshali, stand up. Diploma in Public Relations. Haroeb William B, stand up. Well done. Thank you. Oh, some more?
Yes.
Where are they coming from?
They skipped in the book.
I'm told it's not my mistake. They were skipped in the book. It's not my mistake. Diploma in Labor and Employment Studies. Ashipala Ndapewoshali Ndahafa. Diploma in Public Relations. Wait, can she stand up? All right. Who's a baby? Muteka Annalisa, Njavera Erika. Well done, sorry for that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to the graduates of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. Before we proceed, your name was called, but your qualification is not valid yet because it has not been conferred. So for those of you, in your excitement, your hats misplaced their position and your gowns also danced along with you. The tassel must be on which side? Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, we proceed with the program. I have noticed that when the names were being called, that there were some students who were moving out of the venue and they were passing by people who were standing and were supposed to be seen. So the law faculty, can I please ask that until we are done with the very last name, knyp net 'n bietjie. I promise you, you will survive. Do we have an understanding? Thank you very much. It is now my pleasure to call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Law, of course, if the faculty officer, Mr. Sampson, could please prepare the students who are to come onto the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Professor John Baloro.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to inform you that the following candidates are to receive the following degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Mr. Chancellor, I will begin with the certificate in parliamentarian practice and conduct. I would like to briefly explain that this is a collaborative project between the National Council and the UNAM Law Faculty to build capacity in Parliament, beginning with the National Council. And this is UNAM's contribution to effective parliamentary practice and good governance in Namibia. Boys Steve. Yes, go there. Dukeleni Simon C. Kalipi Vena. Kaula Betty B. Kauma Victoria. Kavura Pietrus M. Kazohominia Peter. Lekando John M. Muha Sinimbo L. Mupia Vage M. Nambondi Hans L. Nahamuja Rusa. Njago Melania. And lastly, Sebalatini Bernard. That's the deputy chairperson, but he's not here. Baccalaureus Juris, the B Juris. Sambi Donald S. Bachelor of Laws, Honors. Aludilo Ndadeleka R. Ambambi Ndenalago L.
Sir, please ask the camera to point to the students. They're not showing the students the camera.
Oh, okay. Please, the cameraman, please show the students, point to the students. Let me start all over for the Baccalaureus Juris, the B Juris, Sambi Donald S. Bachelor of Laws, Honors, Aludilo Ndadeleka R. Ambambi Ndenilago L. Amukwa Aune N. Amupadi Lucia. Anderson Erich L. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have to announce that the next candidate is the first visually impaired graduate ever produced by the Faculty of Law of the UNAM. And Andima Oscar A. Anguwo Simpson N. Awanga Loide N. Avasas Maruska. Boyson Pafnusia M. Brinkman Camelot S. Plute Nomadine D. Kursier Bregitha. Dosep Darrell. Duplessis Faith B. Eberens Adele J. Eliphas Paulina N. Njambi Cynthia. Engelbrecht Dominic U. Gaza Alban M. Heimbili Rebecca. Hambeka Nelsie. Hamukwaya Michael N. Hamunyela Susanna P. Hamutue Eve M. Harris Florek. Harris Chantel Antoinette. Harusanga Agnes. Hausiku Martin S. Hekanjo Alina N. Hanket Wilbur W. Hangari Tatiana K. Hivelua Ndamon-Bojohenda. Ileka Christofina N. Ilende Israel. Ipinge Knowledge B. Ileka Leak. Ipangelua Munovisho E. Ndongo Aino. Isaacs Helois A. Yanse Simone H. Joseph Magdalena N. Kagolo Velbert K. Kahorongo Mbatemua. Kahiva Kevemuine C. Kanyama Nehale. Kajavina Ma Nuavi E. Kasvairo Rumbizai A. Kauraisa Zak. Kazapwa Vijitwa U. Keri Wanangue. Cleopas Karen N. Kufuna Daniel. Kopembona Engelbrecht M. Leux Abasie M. Lekando Luisa. Leswani Muisepi. Mapira Tanaka N. Marinyenya Helen J. Marozenze Dawn. Matundu Umini. Mayumbelo Ntelamo J. Mbako Alexandria. Mbango Ravine. Mbili Pietrus. Mburura Pumue K. McKnight Kelly A. Mowa Glory K. Mufaya Lincoln S. Mwenjo Clinton F. Mukerenge Pietrus S. Munashiveve Ndelupanda J. Mundiego Lydia N. Munembo Aldrin. Mushabati Rachel S. Mutwa Izwe W. Naikaku Edward T. Nailenge Margaret N. Nakale Evelyn T. Nabashongo Elago I. Namoya Dineo. Nanjingwa Tanji Jonas N. Nangolo Pertus. Njadila Jennifer M. Njenja Dennis V. Nerongo Mashela. Ngamwa Nelson. Nshishe Lovisa. Ngungu Joel. Noah Martha N. Ntelamo Even Ntelamo. Ntelamo Nancy N. Nunjomba Evelyn T. Ogundiran Dorcas O. Omalu Collins O. Parker Mutinta. Piri Daniel. Quest Rivaldo J. Semba Mujarikwani. Shamena Ada N. Shihuandu Rautina E. Rana E. Sorry. Shiga Selma T. Shikalepo Rosina. Shilunga Lina Erinsi. Shipea Peggy H. Shivute Orestus I. Silas Beverly. Silvanus Eliasa. Simasiku Manga D. Simasiku Patrick. Simwanza Lisa N. Tate Oliver M. Theophilus Emma I. Thomas Emmanuel. Titus Karen C. Titus Karen C. Chipravandu Roger. Wanguta Undamunje I. Ulrich Michelle N. Fanfake Runette O. Wanjiva Janet M. Williams Roxanne. You may be seated. Diploma in Alternative Dispute Resolution. Amalwa Maria M. Amuthenu Rusa. Angula Frederick. Angula Epaphras. Ipumbu Mauritius. Kashihawumwa Esther. Lefasi Clifford Njekwa. Lopale Titus. Mupolo Miriam N. Nandongo Pietrus. Ngesheya Emmanuel. Ngwagwama Esther N. Nyamba Adrian T. Nyambe Adrian T. Nyoni Denning K. Again, Mr. Chancellor, this is the second visually impaired student of the Faculty of Law who is going to receive the diploma in ADR. Paulus Joseph N. Sekanda Julia M. Semasiku Ida N. Simon Paulus T. Chakova Joseph S. Upindi Martha. Van der Voort Bridget. And Vera Prudence. Diploma in Paralegal Studies. Akwenda Sarah. Amanyanga Anneli N.
Just ask them to start over, the camera didn't show them.
I understand the camera didn't show them, so I will start all over again. Okay. Akwenda Sarah. Amanyanga N. Amadila Krendula N. Angula Shikungulu N. Arias Melissa H. Bok Tony. Jemhere Margaret. Chunga Lionel. Hambeka Mvukujiva T. Hanson Bradley. Ilwenya Catherine. Jod Kadlin C. Johannes Twaini. Kahua Nancy M. Kambanzera Malcolm F. Kamwi Sepiso Victor. Kapuka Hilde NN. Kantamba Katrina N. Kahonina Kamanvembwa. Komon Mungondo Tuvemue. Followed by Mbabakanda Tango Balhinemia. Mukaya Charles. Mukasa Rema. Mulenga Violet K. Mupupa Camry. Namwandi Heleni T. Ndishishi Lucia. Njozi Vejaruka P. Shihepo Victory. Shamalaza Susan. Shipandeni Silas Ndiutapu. Sendemba Sikututu K. Semvula Whitney N. Fanfake Muriel T. Wakunuma Memory S. Mr. Chancellor, I thank you. Is there any? No.
Thank you very, very much, Professor Baloro. There will be an opportunity for us to give all of our graduates a resounding round of applause. But for now, I know we're excited, just bear with me. For now, I would like to kindly ask all of our undergraduate as well as postgraduate candidates to please rise. Including postgraduate, please, our masters and our doctors especially. ensure for the last time that your tassel is on the right. Now, this is what's going to happen. First and foremost, we're going to be on our best behavior. That's the first thing. Secondly, I'm going to call upon the Chancellor to come and confer your qualifications. Thereafter, you are to remain standing and to follow my instructions until the very end. Mr. Chancellor, sir, if you could please do us the honor of coming and, of course, conferring all of our qualifications for today.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, all degrees, diplomas, and certificates of the University of Namibia have now been conferred.
All right. Please do remain standing. There are 3 things that are going to happen hereafter. You guys are graduates, so I know you know how to follow instructions. The first thing is that I'm going to give you an instruction on what to do with your tassel. Please follow it correctly. Aha, we're not yet, huh? The second instruction then, I'm going to ask our parents to rise, and I'm going to ask graduates and their parents and guardians to face each other. Then you, graduates of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, as well as graduates of the Faculty of Law, are going to make a pledge to your parents. Thereafter, I am going to count to 3, and then on the count of 3, not after 3, not before, just on 3, you are all going to throw your caps into the air as a showcase of you exiting the University of Namibia. Yes, it's first. Are we ready? May I please have silence? Parents, please feel free to prepare your cell phones already. Members of the media, this is an iconic moment during graduation. Can I please have silence? I would now like to call or request all of our graduates, including the doctorates, masters, and postgraduate diplomas, to kindly move their tassel from the right to the left. I kindly ask all of our parents to please rise. Graduates and parents, if you could please face each other. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like all of our graduates to repeat after me as confidently and as sincerely as possible. If at any point I feel like you guys aren't serious, we'll start again. Because we're not allowed to lie to our parents. Hasho. My dearest parents and or guardians, I want to wholeheartedly and sincerely thank you for all of the immense sacrifices that you have made for me in order for me to turn the word graduation into my reality. I know it wasn't easy. I also know that I am always not easy. But I promise you, I have always acted from a place of love as you have taught me. From this day forward, I know that part is important, we'll say it again. From this day forward, that's it. I promise to always love and respect you, but most importantly, to put my best foot forward. And this B will not only stand for best, but it might just stand for my first gift to you from my first salary. I'm not done. I'm not done. We'll just do that part again. And please listen until the end, because parents, you must know what you are going to get. The letter B will not only stand for best, but it will also stand from my first salary as my gift to you, either a Beetle or a Benz. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to all of our graduates for the year 2018 at the University of Namibia. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all give our parents and graduates a round of applause. All right, we may be seated. Oh, yes, sorry, I forgot. I think I was so caught up in the pledge, I was trying to think of which my family members are graduating so I can claim a Benz. On the count of 3. Ladies, those of you who are wearing wigs, please only throw the cap. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, class of 2019.
I drop the top to the Porsche and I stick out my head and scream, Mama, I made it. Mama, I made it. Happy belated.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. We have officially come to the end of our ceremony for today and the final graduation ceremony for Windhoek and its satellite campuses. A few announcements and a vote of thanks before I do call upon our Chancellor. First and foremost, I would like to thank, on behalf of all of us, God, for making all of this possible, for keeping us in good health and allowing for us to reach this point in time for us to be able to celebrate. Secondly, I would like to thank the University of Namibia and all its academic and administrative staff for doing what was necessary so that this day could be possible. Thirdly, we would like to thank Safari Hotel for all of the services. We wish you all the best of luck to our graduates, and we hope to see you back again, qualifying or rather graduating in yet another course over and over again until all of you, like our Chancellor, can of course pass cum laude in another qualification. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, once the Chancellor, of course, dissolves our congregation, I will ask that we remain standing for the singing of the AU as well as the national anthem. I will ask that we, of course, stand for the national as well as AU anthem and thereafter remain standing until our academic procession or our stage procession has, of course, left the venue. Thereafter, I kindly ask that we all swiftly try and move out of the venue as soon as possible. Before we do conclude, there's a very special item on our program that was saved for last, but it's definitely not the least to be appreciated. Today is not only a day where we appreciate our students and our graduates, but it is also a day that a Meritorious Award is to be presented to a staff member. To lead this item, please put your hands together for Professor Erika Maas.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I wish to express my sincere appreciation for the hard work of our students and the unwavering support of our parents. Congratulations and thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me that nothing that we have witnessed here this afternoon will be possible without the continued efforts of our staff members. Without their hard work and their dedication, we would not be here this afternoon. And our UNAM family is blessed with a strong team of people that have the institution at heart and are committed to the continued pursuit of learning through their excellent contributions in teaching, research, community service, and administration. We are therefore very proud as a university to recognize our top performers through a system of Meritorious Awards. This system has been developed to acknowledge and reward individual contributions and achievements in the pursuit of excellence. Today we will witness the presentation of the Merit Sabbatical Award to one of our leading academic staff members. The Merit Sabbatical Award is a special award reserved for a senior academic member of staff who has distinguished him or herself in administrative service to the university, in addition to teaching and research. This year, the university has adopted a new rigorous procedure whereby staff members were invited to apply for the various categories of awards. They were then to submit a portfolio with evidence of their contributions. These applications and portfolios were first scrutinized by the University Meritorious Awards Committee, and only those who met the high criteria were then forwarded to an external adjudication panel for a final decision. And let me take this opportunity on behalf of the university management to express our profound gratitude to this panel for an excellent job. They have painstakingly worked through all the documentation to arrive at a well-informed decision. Our external panel this year comprised of the following people: Professor Earl Taylor, the Vice Rector of IUM, Dr. Brenda Mouton, Principal of Van Rijn School, Dr. Frederick Sikabongo, Director Environment in the Ministry of Environment and Tourism, Dr. Sam Shikongo, Director Tourism in the same ministry, Ms. Sylvia Demas, Deputy Executive Director, NCHE, and Dr. Veronica Tron, Technical Advisor in the Office of the First Lady. A formidable team indeed. Can we give them a round of applause? The two candidates that reached the final round of this process for the 2018 Merit Sabbatical Award were Dr. Helena Kapenda, Director for the Center for Research and Publications, and Professor John Baloro, Dean of the Faculty of Law. As a university, we are extremely proud of these colleagues for their outstanding contributions towards the development of our university. Indeed, you did us proud, not only as a university, but I believe as a nation. Can we please give a round of applause to our candidates? It is now my distinct honor to call upon the PVC Academic Affairs, Prof. Fredland Gideon, to present the UNAM Merit Sabbatical Award. Ladies and gentlemen, this award is going this year to none other than Professor John Baloro. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor, sir. I thank you.
Congratulations to Professor Baloro. Let's give him a round of applause he deserves, yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for me to kindly ask all of us to rise. Firstly, for those of you who would like to take pictures, it is raining outside as God has decided to bless your ceremony. Therefore, all of the photographers are situated in the white tent at the front of the venue that we are in. Please do feel free to take pictures there and not in the foyer in the venue. With that said, my name is Josie Ngipando, ladies and gentlemen, and it's been a pleasure serving as your Master of Ceremony today. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I now call upon you to dissolve this congregation of the University of Namibia.
Before I do so, dear graduates, you know the saying that behind every successful man, there's a woman. But today, I would like you to take a message home that behind every graduate, behind every successful graduate, there's a parent. So let's give our parents a big round of applause. Having said that, by virtue of the powers vested in me, I hereby dissolve this congregation of the University of Namibia.
May we stay standing for the AU as well as the national anthems, please.
Let us all unite and celebrate together the victories won for our liberation. Let us dedicate ourselves to rise together to defend our liberty and unity. All sons and daughters of Africa, flesh of the sun and flesh of the star, let us make Africa the tree of life. Namibia, land of the brave freedom fight, we have won. Glory to their bravery, whose blood waters our freedom. We give our love and loyalty, together in unity. Contrasting beautiful Namibia, Namibia, our country. Beloved land of savannas, hold high the banner of liberty.